What about during hypothermia for HIE? Do you feed your babies while they're on hypothermia during? I see some hands. I see one hand going up. Okay, two hands. I see. Oh, good. Okay. Well, this has been dogma in the past. There's been concern, and this is theoretical concern, that because these babies are getting low temperature exposure, that you may actually be causing injury to the gastrointestinal tract by feeding them. Well, very interestingly, some people start to look at the data from Scandinavia and from UK. In Scandinavia, they were feeding these babies. In UK, they were not feeding these babies, and the results in the two countries were the same. So in our neonatal ICU, we started to look at this. We had some babies who were being enterally fed, some babies who were not, depending on the neonatologist. When I was on, they would feed these babies. When other neonatologists were on, they were not feeding the babies. But we looked at some of the data, and we saw that at the bottom here of the graphic, you see the day of life upon which enteral feeding was initiated was different between the two groups. And then full oral feeds were started, and the time of parental nutrition was different, and the length of hospital stay actually different between the groups of babies who were enterally fed versus not enterally fed. One interesting finding that we saw, we looked at some of the pro-inflammatory mediators in these babies, and one pro-inflammatory mediator was IL-12P70, and at 24 hours and at 96 hours, this pro-inflammatory mediator was higher in those babies who were not being enterally fed. So the enteral feeding actually decreased the level of this pro-inflammatory mediator. I don't know what that necessarily means for brain development or anything else, but it blunted the inflammatory response, which we do want to see in most of our babies. This is something that then led to some other studies, and here's a meta-analysis. The conclusion of this meta-analysis was, in late preterm and term infants with HIE, enteral feedings appear safe and feasible during the cooling phase of therapeutic hypothermia.